Let's begin our adventure into doing marketing dissertations by a quick look at the key terms and definitions. And let's start from the least contested terms, such as research, and move on to the more contested ones, such as theory. You have been asked to produce a piece of research, but what is academic research? For the purpose of this discussion, let's just assume that research has two defining features: that you undertake it in order to find things out, and that you undertake it in a systematic way. The former, finding things out, relates to extending the knowledge in some way, and the latter, systematic way, means that the research is based on logical relationships and scientific knowledge, and not just beliefs and suppositions. To appreciate academic research in marketing, it is useful to consider what such research is not. Very small proportion of marketing research is academic, and the majority of it is not. For example, typical consumer survey that aims to discover what consumers do, think or feel is not academic because its purpose is to inform decisions by describing and not to offer theoretical explanation. Similarly, consultancy research rarely addresses a theory or a problem that extends beyond the immediate managerial setting. The solutions do not offer generalizable knowledge. Academic research in marketing can also be distinguished from good journalism. In both forms of writing, sources are well referenced and interpretation are justified and balanced. But a convincing story in marketing requires both a clear explanation of how the analysis was undertaken and the conclusion reached, and a clear demonstration how the data was transformed into meaningful conclusions. Finally, academic research in marketing has to be scientific, and you have to provide evidence that your arguments are not just based on intuition, belief, or opinion. Your use of scientific methods provides such evidence. What is method? Method is an approach that one uses to conduct research, and this approach relates to processes, techniques, and instruments that are involved in studying a problem. These instruments may include, for example, surveys or observations, but will also include tools for data analysis. In fact, it may be useful to divide the methods into three broad categories. The first category includes data collection techniques, for example, interviews, observations, or surveys, and all of these are types of data collection method. The second category includes processes for analyzing the data. For example, thematic analysis is a method for analyzing qualitative data. The third category includes approaches and techniques that are used to evaluate quality of findings. For example, reliability analysis is a method for evaluating quality of measures and measurement. And missing data analysis is a method for evaluating the representativeness of research sample. A collection of methods or overall framework for doing your research is called methodology. Methodology will feature as a chapter in your marketing dissertation. And for this purpose, the second definition may be most useful: the overall framework of assumptions and practical methods within which you choose to conduct your small research project. In your dissertation, the methodology chapter will set the general direction for your research design, data collection, data analysis, and will introduce the methods that you have used. Would a dissertation that focuses on carrying research using scientific methods suffice? Not quite. Scientific method is a necessary but insufficient condition. In order to have a master dissertation in marketing, in addition to method, it has to contribute to marketing theory. I will deal with the question of theory and marketing theory in the next video. See you then. Bye.